Hello everyone. So today we will discuss about transmission of coronavirus, that is SARS-CoV-2. Now the main route of transmission of this virus is through the respiratory route. Now let's try to understand what actually happens. So when an infected person with the coronavirus coughs, sneezes or breathes or other activities like singing, talking, he releases a lot of droplets that contain the virus. Now these droplets are around more than zero point 0.5 mm in size. Okay, so they are more than zero point 0.5 mm in size, and these droplets are what can infect a normal person by entering through the conjunctiva, through the air, rarely through the nasal mucosa or through the oral cavity. These are the route of transmission for a droplet to infect a healthy person. So, these droplets can maximally travel a distance of 6 feet. That is why the slogan 6 गज की दूरी मास्क है ज़रूरी. So this is what we understood till now, but these droplet they do convert into droplet nuclei. Now these droplet nuclei are what we are concerned about. These droplet nuclei are less than zero point 0.5 mm in size, and these droplet nuclei travel a long distance before settling down in the ground. Means they travel more than a distance of 6 feet, and that is why mask is also necessary. Now this is under controversy that these droplet nuclei are responsible for all transmission, because this transmission by droplet nuclei is seen in indoor areas or high risk areas that are closed, like cafes, hotels, restaurants. So these areas which are closed and the indoor places are more prone for an airborne transmission of coronavirus, and this is what we are concerned about. Now another way these droplet nuclei are being formed are because of medical procedures, like aerosol generating medical procedure, which include if a covid patient is under a ventilation or a continuous positive pressure machines. So these machines, the machines which generate aerosol, lead to the formation of droplet nuclei, and that is why health worker who is working near to the patient of COVID-19 is advised to wear a virus filterable mask like N95. Now another way is through, though less common and not that significant for everyone, but while the patient of covid is using a toilet, while he flushes there are a lot of aerosols being released, and that is why a patient of covid is advised to use a separate toilet. Another way of transmission is through the contaminated surface, and we all know how does this work. So a patient who has a patient of coronavirus who has contaminated an object through his nasal secretion or the oropharyngeal secretions, if this object comes in contact with a healthy person, okay, depending on the uh, viability of the virus on that surface, can infect the healthy person. Like copper stays for 4 hours around in the copper, the virus stays for around 4 hours, in stainless steel for 2 to 3 days, in plastic for 2 to 3 days, and cardboard for 24 hours. But these are the ideal timelines, and not to be concerned always. Another way of transmission, though very rare, but cases have been found of transmission from mother to child. So this is what we needed to know about the mode of transmissions in the case of coronavirus. Another thing we need to know is the incubation period. So the incubation period can be minimum of 2 days and ranges to 2 weeks, that is 14 days. Average being 5 days, but 97.5% of cases are found around the 11th day of incubation period.